blocks will be useful in our warm-up. A strap will be useful in our warm-up. And there's a new calendar that's posted up on the website. So if you go under practice, forgive me, my cat has stashed a toy under my the princess and the pig. There's each sequence you can print this out, and that way you can see. We've done one, we've done two, you can see where we are. And also, what's important is that each day I've put the time of the class, because next week, Tuesday, I'll be at 7:30 in the morning, 7:30 to 8. And so Tuesday and Thursday I'll teach 7:30 to 8, and then I'll come back to noon, and then the week following I'll be 11 to 12. So those 2 weeks will have to shift up, and I just don't want you to be confused or lost. And so if you print this out, it'll also go in the newsletter. It'll go out in the newsletter. And so if you're not on that, go to my website, hop on, sign up. And I have been loving, it's called Grandmother's Wisdom. It's from the Grandmother Wisdom Project, and it is 13 Indigenous women from around the world. And through devotion to the invisible beings, openness and patience, we receive information. Once you receive these mandates, you have to bring them into a physical manifestation. Without manifesting, you're not ready for another part of the vision. And that's from Grandmother Flora Mayor. And she says this because she has a dream, and in this dream she has a vision, and she goes beyond the boundaries of this time and this space, and she feels herself go up into the stars, and she feels a message given to her from the stars. And she comes back down, and she doesn't know how to interpret this, and she asks her own grandmother, what does it mean? And this is a very physical practice, this one. And sometimes we get caught in the ethereal, in the vision, in the inside. If I sit very still, then I'm going to be filled with everything that I require. And yet really, this is an opportunity to feel the fortitude, the practicality, that our frequency and that the kundalini energy descends into us and through us. And the vibration slows as it comes down, and things that slow down, if you took steam and you slowed the molecules, they would become water. And as you slowed the water molecules, they would become ice. And so as these great frequencies of our lives slow, they become our actions, and they become our desires, and they become our bones and flesh. And so this is a chance to come back into this real meat of who we are, so that once that frequency that we are here to become is enabled, then we can get the next download. But we have to really be all that we are, so that then that's completed and the next one can come through. I'll read it again at the end, but just know this. You have to bring them into a physical manifestation, for without manifesting, you're not ready for another part of the vision. Put your palms together, sit up tall. Ask for guidance. That's all we're doing. All Namo, I bow to all that is unending, all that creates, all that destroys, all that returns. Gurudev Namo, I bow to that incredible wisdom running through my body, my life, my words, my sound, myself. All of it together. 3 times. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Om come onto your back. Let's start in the belly. Start in the belly. So knees to the chest, shake wide, a little bit side to side. Check that the things around you are not going to be in your way, especially around the sides of your knees, but do be able to reach your blocks. Awesome. And so your right leg out, your right hand overhead, flex your foot, point your foot, flex your foot, point your foot, and feel how flexing and pointing. You can get a little longer in the right side. And bring it in on the left side. Flex point. Flex point. From that flex point, get out, and then bring it in. Inhale right, exhale center, inhale left, and go. Three, 2, 1 more, and then pause. Let your left leg go long. Left hand to your right knee, right hand overhead, and revolve, dropping the right knee to the left. And back to center, change. Right hand, left knee, the very best of your abilities. Revolve to the right. So inhale at the change and exhale as you twist. Inhale into the center and exhale as you twist. The low back, the belly, across the shoulders, even into the armpits. We'll go 5 more. Good. Now take your block with you and put it on the left side so that when you drop your right knee across, you can come over onto your left hip and keep that. You're supporting your knee on the block. Mine's on its edge. You can put it on its belly. You can stand it on its tail. Left hand helps to hold the outer right thigh. Now let your right hand sweep. And as you sweep overhead, you look to the left shoulder and roll a little left. And as you sweep to your right, you look over the right shoulder and roll a little right. We'll go 3. And each time you do, you're coming up out and the shoulder's getting longer out of the right hip. 2. And then keep your right arm wide like a wing. Let your chin move. Let your navel come to your spine and let your navel turn toward the right side waist. And then into the center, feet flat, hips center, and then hips up over to the left. Your block goes to the right side, on its belly, on its edge, or on its tail. Right leg long, left knee props to the block. Right hand holds the left thigh, and the left hand sweeps down and sweeps overhead. So it's an exhalation as your hand comes down towards your hip. It's an inhalation, the hand coming overhead. And you're clearing across the left side chest, the left side shoulder, into the left side fingertips. And then keep the left side wide. On the exhalation, your navel turns to the left side waist, rinsing the low belly, dropping the left shoulder, using your right hand to shake out your left thigh, your left knee, your left hip, your left back. And into the center. Knees bend, feet flat. Set your block aside. And cross your left ankle over your right knee and let the whole thing swish side to side. As far as it can, as far as it will go. Send your left knee away. And you're rolling across the backs of your hips. You're getting long through the belly. Drop your left foot flat to the floor. Drop everything to the right. Right hand to your left inner thigh and press away a little traction. That you're getting space into the left hip. left side waist, left side abdomen, all the way. And letting go, you'll change your cross, left foot down, right ankle over left knee, arms wide, move it side to side. To the foot, to the knee. Keep sending your right knee forward. Keep feeling the weight roll and release the backs of your hips, your low back. Put your left foot flat to the floor. Put your left hand to your right inner thigh, press away, and relax your right hip. And as you relax that grip, that you can get a little more space in the left side hip. Right, so as we have these 40 days and we have 4 minutes of big squats, we also want to repair and prepare properly so that there's space and we're not just getting deeper and lost and crunched into our hips. Into the middle. Good, knees to your chest. You're going to roll it forward and back and then all the way up. And find your hands and knees. If you like to pad your knees, put your blanket under your knees. And then as we meet in child, just knees wide, toes together, fold your hips to your heels. This is exhale. Rising up, hands beneath shoulders, tuck toes, down dog. Keep your knees bent, keep your heels light. Hands, knees, that's inhale, child's pose, that's exhale. In and up, and back and down. Elbows in, hips back, head down. And we'll walk the dog whenever you get it. 3, 2. Find your hands and knees and get your blocks. And so we'll use the blocks here to give us just a little height, and that height will give us a little bit more pace, a little more freedom in the way that we step up. And so they can be on their belly or their edge, but they can't be on their tail because it will make us a little wobbly. So downward facing dog, hands are on the backs of the blocks, blocks are on the mat for sure. Right foot steps to the center and the left knee comes down. Your hands up high. If you don't have blocks, don't sweat it. Hands down, step back, down dog. And the left foot steps up and the right knee comes down and the hands come up high. And then you fold. And you step back, down dog. And now we'll begin to just step right, hands up, inhale, and exhale, down dog. Step left. So the pace becomes yours. We'll go through 10 rounds. And you're looking to simply allow the consistency of the movement to provide you with pliability. That you don't have to open the body. You just open and close. And all the tissues and textures will begin to change. And moving at a pace that serves you begins to determine your own authority. Begins to bring you back into what serves you, not what pleases or provides for anyone else. The next time your left foot is up, you'll bring your hands down and you'll step your right foot up. Hands wide, sit yourself down, stand up tall. Good. Interlace your fingers, press straight up. And then make a circle. And you're circling your palms as though tracing the outside edge of a great ball above you. And then you reverse direction. Come again up out of the body. Lengthening through the hips, the navel, the chest, the hands. 3, 2. Up and out. And then widen down. Sweep up and sweep down. 2. Sweep up and sweep down. 1. Hands up high. And shake it down. Step back, shake out your feet. So that when you step up, you can put your left heel down and your right heel to rise. Interlace your fingers. And so when we step into this pose, we very naturally create a different quality of balance. When we step from foot to foot, we have balance. So right hand stays, left hand overhead. Flex your right foot and draw your heels apart like you're about to step up on a big box. From there, hands high, thumbs back, fingers strong. And as you open your palms, you widen your eyes, and you sit down. Interlace your fingers. Let's step back again and step the right foot up and let the left knee come. So heel toe, balance, rise. And that's using the natural mechanism of walking. Flex your foot, draw your heels apart, take your right hand high. And take your left hand high. Thumbs back, spread your fingers, spread your gaze, widen into the corners of your vision, and let go. Shake it out. Heel toe, left foot down, right heel behind you, catch the top of your foot. 2 hands behind you, holding the foot or left hand high. And you're just pointing your right knee at the foot, allowing the right thigh to open or allowing yourself to open across the chest. And the right foot down, shake it out, step back. You'll heel toe, right foot to the floor, left heel to your hip, bring it behind you, and stand. Right hand high or 2 hands high. And just let the left knee drop and point toward the floor and the left hip a little bit forward. And then shake it out. Get your strap. And your strap is open wide enough that you can come up and over your shoulders. Inhaling up and over the shoulders, exhaling down behind you. You'll be surprised if you just, that's a big difference. Oh, gotta get long enough, long enough. Round your back now, tuck your chin, lift your heart and lift your hands. All the way up under your jaw, through the root of your tongue, through your chest, into your forearms. Oh, I can feel it behind my ears. Good. Take it to the right, drop it across the front, and then up over the left. 3, 2, and reverse. So you're going to fall left, bring your right hand into the front, go to the right, come up over to the left. A bend in the knees, use your feet. Let your chest and arms change. So if you take your hands out in front of you and you wrap one strap in and one strap in, you'll find that you are shoulder distance apart. And then feet are hip distance apart, so you're nice and steady. And pull apart those straps. You're trying to widen the straps, which will strengthen your arms. Bend your right knee, cross your left ankle, and sit down. So now if I am loose here, this gets wobbly. Press into the straps, tuck your chin, send your tail back, and try to pull that strap apart. And that will give you more stability. And from the stability, sit down, sit down, sit down. Let your left knee go down, flex your left foot, sit down, tuck your chin, lengthen out of your low back, navel to spine. And then press straight down to rise straight up. Left foot to the floor, chest broad. And hands in front. Bend your knees. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Sit your hands out in front and your tail back behind. And sit down. And notice if you're shaking, try to stabilize that by pulling against the strap. Tuck your chin. Tuck your chin, navel to spine. Sit down. And sit down. Right knee down, right foot flexed. Straighten the arms. 3. Navel to spine. 2. Sit into that right hip. Press straight down. Rise straight up. Unfold. Release the strap. And just big back circles. Let it through, let it through, let it through. 3. 2. That's a big change. It's a big change for me. So we are ready. We are ready. These invisible forces within us have been organized and freed through devotion to the invisible beings. Openness and patience. We receive information. Palms together. Beginning the Kriya here, as though you are tossing over the shoulder. Exhale, center, inhale, over. Close your eyes and just steady in. One more minute, right here. Three, 2, 1. Take your hands up high, go 3 sips. Tuck your chin and cap that energy and draw it up your spine. Let it pause at the midbrain. Shake the fingers, shake the knees, up, up, up. And then chin up, breath out, hands down. Notice shoulders, head, face, hands, chest. Out the hands, out the feet. Arms will go wide, up 30 degrees, down, down 30 degrees. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So exhale is always at center. To modify, especially if you have larger, heavier, supposedly stronger arms, and those supposedly stronger arms get tired doing this, bend your elbows. So rather than set yourself on fire, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Right, so you're making the lever shorter, but you're still moving the upper arm bone. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And there'll be a place where the physicality of it gets very loud. And then you just soften the physical until it settles down. You can move right into the fingertips and take your work from the navel down into the feet, 30 seconds. But there's a delicacy that we can have. So we're going to keep this motion, but we'll change the breath. A bigger breath, a bigger pranic force. We go in, out, out. Up, up, down, down. In, out, out. So the modification looks like this. You just have a bend in your elbows, and that way the lever, the weight of your hand is shorter and less effort. Perfect. Building your own inner authority, your own permission, your own forgiveness, your own ability. Nobody else cares. A minute. Twenty seconds. One more. And hands up high. Inhale, shift it out, wag your tail, up, up, up. Now hook your thumbs. And use that hook to try to pull your hands apart, stabilize your shoulders, wriggle it up, 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 chin to the chest. And then chin up, elbows bend, hands come down, and be still, be free, be done. Out of the hands and into the legs. So similar breath. It's a very strong breath pattern throughout all of it, but we're using the body to generate the rhythm. We have at the center, that's an exhale. Turning left, that's an inhale. Bend your knees, that's an exhale. Inhale up, exhale center. Inhale right, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale center. Inhale left. Exhale down, inhale up, exhale center, inhale right, exhale down, inhale up, exhale center, inhale left, exhale down. So your squat can be tiny, tiny little tip of the tail back. Your squat can be huge. But wherever you go, keep the knees even, neither one falls in or out. And you're moving, you're flushing out. As you bend your knees with your hands turned, you're flushing the sides of the spine, you're flushing the liver, you're deepening the legs, and you're deepening the breath. There's a neutrality that we're cultivating. There's not a bravado. There's not a running away. There's just a neutrality, a continuity, a continuance, a patience. Two, one. Hands down, inhale, sweep up, hook your thumbs, 3 zips in. Tuck your chin, plug your heels in. Lengthen your toes, lengthen your fingers. Call it up from your feet, up through the pelvis, up through the spine, up to the midbrain. Chin up, breath out, hands wide. It's going to be a big feel from your heart. Soften your knees, stay steady, and let that just carry you. The message that grandmother Flor Mayo, what she received, you have the knowledge, you have the power, you have the protection. So do the work you're here to do. Let it come right out of your heart. Big without circles, going back, going up, going back. Knees soft, circle forward, circle forward, circle forward, finish overhead. Circle back, circle up. And in, exhale forward, knees bent, and forward, overhead. Inhale, circle, inhale, circle, inhale, circle, and back. Exhale, down, and down, and down, and out. And we cultivate that incredible neutral power of patience. One more minute. One more full cycle. We'll meet at the top. Pause. 3 sips in. Check your chin. Gather it up from the feet to the pelvis. Pelvis up the spine. Midbrain break. Chin up, breath out. Elbows bend, hands down. Feel the space that surrounds you, the field, clear and bright and active. Feel the heart. and down to a seat. That this openness of our field that allows us to interact with the field that holds all things. It requires this heart health, this strength at our center. And the heart grows stronger as our outer limbs are used and as our breath is needed. And the heart spreads the breath through the body to the physical action. And so from that outer field, through our vibration into physical action, we are made. And then into sound. So the arms go out and it's 7 pulses down. Again, to modify, you bend your elbows. It's 7 exhales, down, 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 up. X, 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 X. We'll add the sound of hugs. Hug. 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 10 seconds. Hug. 1 more. Hug. Good. Hands up. Inhale. Hook your thumbs. 3 sips in. Heart up. Chin in. Sit down. Draw your navel back and drop up through the spine. Chin up, breath out, elbows down, hands down. Be still. So from this outer field, this great generative interaction between our magnetic field and the larger field that surrounds it, we want to gather in. And again, this idea, this how can I manifest this? I bring it into the body and I bring it down into the body and I bring it down into the belly. So let your legs swing out, shake out your feet from side to side, shake out your knees up and down, and then walk your heels in so that your knees are bent. And pull your heels towards your body so you feel your navel engage, and that keeps your low back safe. Exhale, you fold, hinging forward, and then inhale, unfold, rising tall, using the pull of your heels and the push of your heels. Exhale forward and inhale up. So if that's too much, bend your elbows. If that's too much, hands to thighs. Support yourself as needed. Go another minute and a half. Eyes closed, breath steady, drawing into the center of the body. As you inhale, imagine light coming down through the body into the navel, and as you exhale, that light stabilizes. Steady, right where it is. One more. And hands down. So I'm going to stay seated on my blanket, and as I lie back, it's underneath my hip points. And that's creating a little more length in the abdomen and opening through the fronts of the hips. But if that makes your low back tender in any way, bend your knees, put your feet flat, lift your hips, remove the blanket, and put it over you, right? So that the hips and the low belly are both weighted and warm. Shake the feet out side to side, let the knees drop up and down, wag the tail, and let the legs be heavy and effortless. Let your breath loose like a sail. Turn your palms open, widen your arms. Again, the breath filling the space the arms have provided. Any tension or holding in the neck or the backs of the shoulders, take your blanket, put it under the back of your head. So that whatever support you require, you provide. And the body is effortless. You find 4 counts in and 4 counts out. And then let go. Let go of the count of the breath and let the breath softly diminish as it will. deepening your breathing. Move through the fingers, toes, walk your feet in. Set your blanket aside. Draw your knees to your chest, hands on your shins, a little side to side. Right leg long, right hand wide, and back to center. And left leg long, left hand wide, and back to center, working one at a time, or 2 feet out, 2 hands wide. Inhale, open. Exhale, hands to shoulders. Keeping the base of your big toes touching so that your feet stay together as they extend. In these last 30 seconds, if you choose, lifting your head, shoulders, hands reaching towards your feet. For 3. For 2. And for 1, roll forward, roll back. You'll roll right to your feet, standing tall. So first step, hands on hips, a little bend. You're just dropping into your feet. Exhale down, inhale up. Perfect. Or hands out. Inhale up, exhale down. Or hands to your shoulders. Or interlace your hands behind your head. 10. Try to hug your heels towards the other, stabilizing the low belly. Fold and unfold. 3 more. And as you stand tall, let your hands descend, let your palms be open, and notice this full body sensation of energy, health, and openness. But the physical body provides this great capacity to connect with the world around us. We are steadied in ourselves. We are our own authority. And in that we can pick, choose, listen, regard, disregard that which surrounds us. We are strong in ourselves and clear in our vision. And so that's what we repeat, that's what we say, Sat Nam. I bow to the truth of myself. Bending your knees, sitting tall. One option is simply to sit in meditation, resting in this space, working with Nishtadharana. And so Nishtadharana is feeling the sensation of a pulse. On the exhale, a quality of light. And that exhalation gathering between the solar plexus, the low belly, the navel gathering there. On the inhale, a sensation of expansion, and exhale, a gathering. So hands to thighs, thumb, first finger touch, feeling that expansion and contraction, the dispersion and the brilliance. And that can be a perfect way to spend the next 3 minutes. Or I will do Sat Kriya, and we will sound Sat on the inhale as though you were gathering that bright low belly energy up through the body and then out through the forehead center with Nam. 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 We increase that sensation by putting the hands overhead, interlace your fingers. First fingers are tall, like a steeple. Left thumb over right for women, right thumb over left for men, hands overhead. And on the inhale, you're going up. On the exhale, you're going out. We'll go for 3 minutes, and then we'll sit for 3 minutes. And we go. Nam, 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 one more, nam. Yeah. Chin up, breath out, hands down. Thumb first, fingertips touch. 3 minutes of stillness. If you like, if the stillness is full of distraction, then drop your attention into the low belly on the inhale and expanse. On the exhale, a gathering radiance. Release any technique and allow yourself just to rest in the quiet. A sensation of satisfaction and completion. Begin to deepen your breathing or stay longer if you have the inclination. Breathing in this thought that you have the knowledge, you have the power, and you have the protection to take the action that is yours to take. And that this wisdom is provided through the invisible beings of openness and patience, passed through a Mayan grandmother and into your body. You have the knowledge, you have the power, you have the protection. Sweet wide. Inhale up. Palms together, bring it down the center point. And then up open. Palms together, thumbs to the forehead, center. A long sat, a short nam, I am this, all of it. And let go. Inhale. Satnam, I see myself. Namaste, I see you. Day 3. So replay it tomorrow, and then come back on Thursday at noon. So again, if you didn't see the beginning, this is a printable calendar. If you go on the website and it says practice, scroll down halfway through that page is a downloadable calendar. Because this week, Tuesday, Thursday is noon. Next week, Tuesday, Thursday are at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. After that, we come back to noon. Tuesday, Thursday, noon. And then Tuesday, Thursday at 11. And then we come back to noon. And Sunday is always at 8. So you have a calendar of those changes. I will keep them fresh on my Instagram and Facebook as a reminder to you. But just in case you like to come live, I want to have that available. So mark it down. Whenever you do one, I put a heart on mine. You can put an X through it wherever you go. You can track your progress. And you can see, oh, okay, Thursday's class is at noon. I got it. Great. If there are other ways that I can be helpful to provide the tools to help you see, it's the summer, everything, all the schedules are in flux. That's as consistent as I can be. So this week noon, next week 7:30 a.m. Eastern, the week following noon, and the one after that 11 a.m. Eastern. So Sunday's always the same. One at a time. I'll see you there. Satnam.